Good evening. Now, of course, 6 o'clock here at the craft store means one thing, and of course, it's the brand new launch of a one-day special. And what a one-day special it is. And they are the most exquisite, useful stamps that you could wish for, and they are big as well, which means that, of course, there is lots of possibilities on how to use them for. And 6 brand new stamps by the one and only Phill Martin. How are
darling.
you?
I'm good, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody.
They are absolutely stunning stamps.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And
I've got to give Julia credit for this, because way back when we released the first set of A5 backgrounds, it was her idea. And of course, they were just so busy. And in actual fact, it makes sense because job done. One stamp, job done. So when I've done this collection, I wanted something for everybody. So you've got the grungy ones. Just about every one of these stamps you can turn to your own style, and that was by design. So you've got the ledger there that you've just shown everybody. Yeah, that's the ledger. Then you've got the vintage travel. These are all based on journal pages, so you'll notice they've all got the same. I don't know what you call that, the punched hole detail down the side.
Punched hole detail, yeah.
So if you are somebody who likes your journals or your mixed medias, you've got a background straight away.
Indeed.
You're good to go, yeah.
I love, this is one of my favorites, but of course you don't have to choose, because in the one day special you're getting all 6 of them. But look at the detail in here. I mean, happy and playful, so you can highlight those words.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you can also do is they've all got snippability, which like same as the dies. So all of them have features within them where you can create your own embellishments. And as we get to look at the samples, you'll be able to see where I've done that loads. Yeah. So you've got the gears. You can never go wrong with gears and cogs, can you? They're never going to go out of fashion. But what you might not have noticed is that some are solid and some are doodled.
Oh, yes.
So you've got different styles within there. So it's not just like I've got a load of cog shapes and stuck them on. I've thought about them. And then you've got the timepieces, so vintage timepieces. You've got the horoscope there as well.
Yeah, I love
You've got all the floating Roman
numerals.
Floating Roman numerals. I'll start again. And then this one, which is probably going to be the one that you're going to go to time and time again. That's the blank page. So the blank page, you can see straight away. You can stamp that on anything and put whatever you want over the top of it.
Indeed.
And then back to aren't they gorgeous?
They are absolutely stunning. And I wanted to show the stamps, first of all, to see the detail that you are putting in those ones. Also, when we start seeing the samples, the variety of styles as well.
Yeah. So I've got to say thank you to Alison, to David, to Lozzie, and to Julia, who has done a couple, and obviously to myself, because I've done some. But that is exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see lots of different styles, and this is what I want when I'm designing stamps. Most of you will know me and my style. You know I'm way over the top, and you know I like lots and lots of embellishments and everything on. And then you've got Lozzie, who is also quite grungy. I'll say thank you to Joanne, because I always forget Joanne. And Joanne's style is completely different. So you're getting lots of different takes on these stamps, which for me, as a stamper, is just incredible.
It is, and I love the traveling here, focus, like a color focusing in one element, but then the same stamp in these colors.
I've called them big backgrounds, but do you know what? I don't know what else to call them, because they are designed to be backgrounds, but they're not, because you can do so much with them. Like you just saw the suitcases there that had been cut out in decoupage.
I'll show them again. Yeah, there's one.
Embellishments as well, so much usability.
They are, and of course, I love this one because again, we struggle, cards for men, notoriously difficult. That is all you need. Yeah,
we all say it, and the pink one, the one I was showing you earlier.
Yes.
Oh no, have I used the numbers on the pink one?
This one?
The one I was showing you earlier. No, it's a different one.
Yes.
It's a different one. Shows you how versatile they are. You can turn them to anything.
Absolutely. And of course, and I have to say, I also really love the way that the ledgers are all throughout. So you can see the lines, so it kind of breaks down the circles, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. It breaks it all up. So you've got, it's basically one big image that you can cherry pick areas from. You can use it as a whole, which is exactly what we wanted in the first place, or you can create embellishments from it. So for me, these stamps just give, and give.
Also, they give, and give different proportions as well, because they are big, they are A5, yet in this card is a DL or a Slimline by David, and I love how just focusing on two different parts.
Absolutely, so get your dies out and then just stamp over the top of some of your die cut shapes, changes the look again. I'll just mention right at the top of the hour, there is no more stock. So if they go, and I haven't got any more.
So
yeah.
once they're gone, they're gone. Confirmation from our Phill live here on air. So make sure to check out your baskets. I love this one as well because again, proportions into a bigger card look perfect.
So we've gone from the more masculine style with the copper tones to quite the opposite with this pink one, and for me that is a good value set of stamps.
It is, and also I kind of thinking also teenagers, you know, it's not just gender, it's just about ages as well. I have to show this one as well because this one I can see on the background, isn't it? There is a little bit on the background.
And that is actually double stamping, so the butterflies on that are from the compendium box. So you get your blank journal page, and then you take all the other medley stamps that I've brought you, the Flora Musicas and everything, and you can mix and match them and make them work twice as hard.
Wow. And then of course you have got more, and we'll try to show you as many samples as possible, but you can see us both getting very excited. When I walked in, I immediately said I want this as a bundle because the possibilities are truly creative. Whether your style is like Phill, that you like that layer, beautiful, pretty look with those layers of flowers and elements, this could be the first layer to add you a kind of a line, a guidance to travel the eye through. Or maybe you are more clean and simple. Sorry, I forgot your birthday. That should be for me. For a lot of the times I forget people's birthday. But you can see the elegance, the classic nature, the elements, the distress. Also, I love that they all have a little bit of distress. Why? Because if you make a little bit of a mistake, nobody will notice. That is perfect. And look at that. That with the cogs there is absolutely stunning. It's masculine, but it's elegantly masculine. You have got then the timepieces as well, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you want your one-day special, you're getting all 6 brand new A5 stamps from our Phill with a £10 saving. It is a good one, isn't it? And of course, you can flexi buy it, which means you can split the cost in 2 interest-free payments of £39.97. Now, of course, we have got a little bit of an extended delivery that I need to mention. It will be dispatched from the 18th
You know
of
why,
August.
don't you? Because it's my birthday at the weekend.
It wasn't it? Was it? Yeah. Oh.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
just said happy 40th in my ear. I'll take that. Thank you.
You know.
Thank you.
So of course, it's just
only a few days.
Yeah, only a few days, of course, indeed.
I've got to have a day off.
Yeah, you have to. You need to have a few days off as well. And now, of course, the one-day special 210766 is your item number. However, we also have a happy hour from Sentimentally Yours. These ones also are once they are gone, they are gone. Now, here you have got a trio of A6 stamps, the Christmas jumper, the festive jumper, and then, of course, you have the last one, which is the nutcracker. Now, all 3 of them for just £20.97 with a £10.50 saving. Happy hour, you know what it means. You need to check out your baskets before the end of the hour to grab it, to grab that £10.50 saving, which means basically, I don't think you pay for one of them. That's what I think you are getting 3 and you are only paying for 2, if my calculations roughly. 5341618 is your item number for the happy hour. You will find them on the website, thecraftstore.com, alongside, of course, the one-day special. Now, I believe some of the one-day special stamps are, of course, individually. However, that is, you know, the saving is in the one-day special. Also, you may have spotted a brand new Slimline acrylic block by our Phill, Sentimentally Yours. A5, $9.99 is the price. Beautifully etched as well, so you know that is Sentimentally Yours. But also, it's fabulous to stamp those A5 brand new stamps there that you have got. Now, have a look, because you will find also the ticket type-tastic. Yes, said it. There are stamp and bundles in there, as well as a trio frame. They are absolutely stunning, and they combine perfectly with the one-day special. Also, you have got a £5 savings, so worth having a look. And remember, if you add, well, it does have a flexi, a £6 saving actually. If you wanted to flexify that one on its own, you can as well. So make sure to check out the website. 5-star reviews. I spot watercolor brush pens, always fabulous, always always amazing colors and always amazing, you know, nibs with bristles as well. And if you want some super smooth hot press watercolor cards, well, Phill has provided a bundle of 40 A4 for you, as well as other bundles of cardstock. So have a look, thecraftstore.com, that is the website. And now we should be saying, well, everybody to check out their baskets. Remember, once they're gone, they're gone. This is time. So Phill,
Yep.
you ready?
I'm ready. I'm just getting organised. There's a lot to do on this card, as you would expect. So I'm just trying to do it in some sort of order.
Shall I give a reminder of the one that... Oh, no, you are ready. You are ready.
I'm ready, yeah.
Yep,
I'm ready whenever
ready.
you are, yeah. Right, so your lovely A5 acrylic block won't have... where are we? Where are we?
Yes,
it
we are
won't have that on it.
Oh.
It won't have that on.
Oh. So, do you do that so that it never goes...
Well, it's because, you know, when you're at work,
Yes.
shorts and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yours will have the lovely Sentimentally Yours SY in the corner, all etched in. So a couple of things I need to tell you about this acrylic block. Obviously, it's the first time I've done A5 and it fits these stamps perfectly.
Beautifully.
The stamps are just shy of a proper full A5. So, you know, they're going to fit on here really, really easily. These are the same, if you've got my Slimline trio of acrylic blocks, the DL, the border and the rectangle, they've got the little grooves on these sides. So if you're worried about them slipping and things like that, they're actually really, really easy to hold. Yeah. And you know I've not got big hands, and I can get my hand around this and it's quite comfortable. They're really light. I would get one. Seriously, I would get, if you're going for the stamps, get yourself one or two and then you've got them. Right, okay, so lots to do on this card.
Oh, you have got a list.
I've got a list, but we're going to start with the stamps. So I'm going to try and show you lots of different styles throughout the one-day special, because this is kind of what I have in my mind. So the blue card that's just on there, Paula, near to me, that one.
Yes.
So if you look at that, you can see that's quite a simple one. That's one that I made. Which is, there we go. Oh. So that's using the cogs and gears, and that's obviously really good for a guy's card because we've got the cogs and gears. The embellishments have been painted. They're my grey board. I don't think we've got any stock of the grey board, but they're the embellishments that I've painted with the indigo blue paints, and I'm going to be using them throughout my whole one-day special. Because I just absolutely am in love with Kay's paints and her gesso. So we're going to do a girly version of that, or we're going to do a slightly different version. So the card shape is obviously a little bit different to what you see me do. It's really, really easy to do. It's just on a scoreboard, and I can't even remember which board I used. So you just score in a 2.5 inch, then you score in 1 inch, and you do the same on both sides, and then you just fold in, and it gives you that lovely shape. And then all my lovely panels are what we're going to stamp first, but I'm not just going to stamp them. We're going to stamp them, and then we're going to highlight with copper embossing powder, because we can. So I'm stamping with Rusty Hinge, and I'm going to do... Did I get my stamps after all that when I was faffing in the box? No, I didn't, did I? Oh. These are my big backgrounds, so let's just get those out. And we will go for... Which one shall we go for? Shall we go for the numbers? Just to be different?
I like the numbers. I'd
we'll
love
go for the numbers.
I think the numbers are so good because for birthdays as well, you can highlight in different numbers.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously you can use them with all the number stamps I brought, like the Ticket Tastic numbers. You can use with that. And because they are square, it's actually a really good contrast. So I'm going to take this off the sheet, and we are going to stamp it using the block because I want to cover the whole panel.
I was thinking as well with a circle die to punch them or die cut them.
Lozzie has actually done a card. I don't know where it is. I'll try and find it in between shows, and it's amazing. She's cut out some double debossed circles, and she's like overlaid and created a lovely montage of the numbers and the just double debossed circles.
I'll have a look if I can find them. Right,
so I'm now going to stamp the whole thing. So I know it's going to be all done in one go. I'm going to do all the stamping first, and then I'll keep handing back to Paula. Little tip for you, because these stamps are big. When you can see I've used this quite a few times already. When you use them for the first time, regardless of what ink you're using, just rub over.
Right.
I mean, you can see the detail showing up already in this stamp. So just rub over, and all that does is if there is any residue left from manufacturing, it just gets rid of it for you. And then just watch for little fibres when you're using this.
I'm looking at the stamp, and there is so much detail in it. It's incredible.
Yeah, there's so much in it, and when you get to the ledger has actually got little numbers within it and things like that. There's so much detail in all of these. You cannot go wrong with these stamps. Before I forget, I need to just say hello to Harper. Harper's one of my youngest fans, and Isabel, if you're watching as well, I know they're watching.
How old are they? Do you know?
Oh, do you know? I knew you were going to ask me that, and I don't know. But the kids,
sorry.
Bev, email in and tell me how old Harper is.
studio@thecraftstore.com. And if you want to wish, you know, like kind of Phill anything, or you want to ask any questions, of course you can, as well as studio@thecraftstore.com.
Yeah, email in. If you ask me my age, I'm going to lie. Right, so now we've got this stamp all inked up. We've got choices. I didn't actually need to ink it all up, but I wanted to do that to show you. So if we wanted this detail, which I don't on this particular card, but can you see we've got the ledger, the punched out bit at the side there? So straight away, if you're doing a journal, just stamp that in and you've got a background good to go. I don't want that, I just want the numbers. So I'm just going to turn it over and I'm going to stamp all over and see what detail we pick up. And because I'm using a Distress Oxide, this is Rusty Hinge, by the way, and the cardstock I'm using is I'm thinking, New Rust.
Oh, new.
It's New Rust.
New
so
Rust.
the premium cardstock is on the website as a pick and mix. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're choosing 4 packs, and each of them will contain 20 sheets. It could be the same colors, it could be a mix, it could be 2 of the New Rust and some of the other ones as well. Details bottom of the screen for £25.96.
The deep indigo is really nice with the New Rust.
Ooh.
So I've obviously used this stamp already, so I know there's no residue on there. But if you're not confident, just stamping it and lifting it off, just give it a rub like that, yeah? And I'm just going to peel that off and take the stamp off. And what we're going to do before I stamp the next sections, I mean, that's just incredible.
Look at that.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight some areas with the copper embossing powder. So if you haven't got my super fine embossing powders,
Just get
you
them.
really are going to use them loads with these. And because copper is obviously nice with the orange tones, if I find my copper
We have them
embossing
here,
powder,
and of course you have got this super fine embossing powder. I'm gonna, well, my hands are not big enough. Now you can see the super fine embossing powder there. It is pure white. You have got in here pure copper, crystal clear. You have got pure gold as well, and of course you have got the black and the pure silver. Now, of course, if you want them at £29.94 is your price, and you can see the fineness of the pots. Oh. And you are getting more than your standard pot of embossing.
Yeah, you've got 20 mil in these. So I'm actually still using my first copper. Yeah, I'm using my first copper one, and I've had this now for about 2 years.
Wow,
yeah.
And they don't expire either.
Well, that's it. Yeah, they don't go out of date. So all I've done is I've just got that on there with a little bit of the copper embossing powder on, as you can see. But before I heat emboss that, I'm going to do the other 2 panels because I want to do the same to those. If you need to jump in or anything,
yeah,
just do it.
I'll give a reminder, of course, at the one-day special, because it is a brand new set of A5 stamps. Now, over 10% of the stock, and this is a big stock that should last us the 24 hours. Remember, this is all the stock. Remember that once they are gone, they are gone. Now, if you want it, please make sure to check out your baskets. Now, you're saving £10 in here, and you are getting 6 phenomenally beautiful design. One of the things I love about Phil's background designs is that design is small enough that you can repeat it without having to draw the attention to the repetition, but also it's big enough that you can highlight certain elements. You can make the focal point, for instance, of the Eiffel Tower, the Pisa Tower, and you have got there, for instance, the ledger has to be one of my favorites. Because if you are looking for simple compositions in which has got all the details.
I'm trying not to bang on the counter and knock all the cards
off. Oh, don't
off,
worry. Oh, it's like, don't worry. Now, of course, you can see in here all the beautiful ledger there. You can see how fine that details. You can see arrowheads, you can see stars in there, you can see numbers, but you can see them in a very elegantly done way. So perfect for those masculine cards, perfect for your art journals. Jelly plate, you say, these ones will work on it, especially that ledger to add those numbers as well over the top. Love the way that you can highlight it. You know what other thing I was thinking about, the numbers? Glossy accents, some of them, to do like that old type
awesome.
write
Awesome.
You
yeah.
know, I love that.
I think for me, when I was designing these, I mean, these you can see quite easily that these are not quick to design.
No.
And you know, I'm fussy with placement and things like that, so they did actually take a long time to do because they're not. I don't do dark grungy.
No.
I do I do pretty grungy.
You do pretty distress. You do
yes,
elegant
darling,
distress.
pretty distress. That's me every day.
Yeah,
these
it is,
days.
you know. Welcome to the club. But look at that. And I love how, you know, kind of look, you can see in that. This is one of my favorite cards. It has to be. Look at those elements in there, in the corners in there. Absolutely stunning. Look at the astrological signs as well. Super small, and yet the definition is there as well. Do grab your one-day special. Remember, once they're gone, and 10% already gone, and not even halfway through the first hour. And 210766 is your item number. Don't forget, you have got a £10 saving, and don't forget that FlexiBuy to make it more affordable to buy it today. Now, we have had an email from Bev, and Harper is 4, Isabella is 6. Isabella is 6. And tell Mr. Martin they are making your birthday card tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Bev.
Little darlings. Now Bev generally collects most of my stuff, but she loses most of it to the grandchildren, who are Harper and Isabel. Right. So all I've done, look, is I want to show you how fab these look. So what I've done is, let me get rid of this. I'm going to show you in one go, so it's easier. It's easy to replicate this card, and I really want you to have a go at it because it's really simple to do. I'm maybe not making it look simple, but it is, trust me. So when I was stamping these, what I've done, look, is you can see I've picked the same part of the stamp to finish on at the bottom. Yeah. Yep, so I know that it's the same height because the height is what we need from this. And now we are going to heat emboss this, and I am going to do this from the back. So I'll do this and then show you, and then I'll hand back to you while I get ready for the next bit, if that's all right.
Brilliant. Now, of course, if you want the one-day special, details on the screen, 210766. I adore these. Oh, let's have a look at the magic. Let's have a look at the magic.
Right, okay. So normally I would do this from underneath, and I'll start it from underneath just to show you the copper, but I actually want to do it from above so it's a little bit more textured. But I'll just wait for the copper to melt so you can see it. The copper and the rusty hinge are awesome together. I'm just going across to the star. I can't actually see anything. There you go, you can see it just changing now. So I'm just going to move it and do it from above just to be quicker. Yeah. So you know that Julia and I have this discussion all the time about top and bottom and above and below. And I still think with the super fine embossing powders particularly, if you do it from underneath, you get a lovely smooth finish, which is why I flipped over to do the other side, because you'll get texture from this, and I'll show you in a second. So you get almost like a hammered metal finish.
Indeed. And also, it depends sometimes, because I'm like Leone, that I like to apply the heat from the top, because I tend to burn the paper if I go for a mandala, which I'm always afraid of doing that. But for this, it's perfect, that rough, finish from the top.
You just need to not go so close, darlings, and then you won't burn the paper.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe.
So I'll just whiz over this. Wait till I show you this. It looks awesome. And this is just one stamp, and this is actually just using this section. I haven't actually used a full stamp yet. So this is a really good point to show you how you can make this work for whatever size card you do. You know I like big, you know which ones are mine, the two big massive 7x10-inch ones at the top, I'm going to show everybody that one in a second, Paola, because it's one that I made yesterday. The grey one over on the other side I did on my Facebook Live last Saturday, so you can see the video of how I did that on my Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. And then I wanted to do a coffee and cream coloured one, which is what I did yesterday. They're not quick cards, which is why I can't demo that for you. But I am going to do various elements that I've done on these cards throughout the show. So let's just show you how that looks. I can't actually see the monitor because the camera's right in front of me.
But we can see it. There it is, where we go.
Look at that.
There we
Is
go.
that not just absolutely,
Absolutely gorgeous.
And I've done that in orange and copper. You imagine if you're a glittery girl,
Yeah.
you could have done that with any of my twinkly embossing powders and changed the look altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can choose exactly where you put it in as well.
Absolutely. Right, so I'll let you just do a quick recap while I get ready.
Now, of course, we have got the embossing powder. Sorry, let me grab them in here because it's just all this. Shall we try? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Well, 4. Oh, that's it. And you have. Let's put them there because you can see there you are getting all 6 of them. You are getting, of course, the copper, the pure copper, the crystal clear, the pure silver, the pure gold, the crystal white, and of course you are getting the jet black. Now all of them are super fine, and what I love about them is that they are perfect for the one-day special, but all the stamps as well. That fine detail that you have got in the stamps, you need to have that super fine embossing powder to make sure that it kind of is only the finest attaches to that detail and you get the best definition as well. Right now, of course, remember to check out your baskets. 686066 is your item number for the embossing powders. Now we have got a happy hour in this hour, so it means that the price, that £10.50 saving is here for this hour only. Now you basically are getting 3 for the price of 2, and of course you are getting the festive jumper, the nutcracker, and the Christmas jumper from Trudy Howard's collections. Now they are A6 stamps, and look at that, they are larger. When you turn them over, you can see that they are actually larger. Love the detail that you are achieving. Perfect if you want to do quick coloring as well. You want to practice those faces, but also I think this would be amazing as Christmas decorations, like kind of in the tree as well, because it's something a bit different. And if you get one of these, you know, those crystal balls that you can then put elements in there, you can put them like they are dancing as well, so you have got decorations as well. 534618 is your item number. I love my job because every time my mind goes so, you know, crazy with all these ideas, and this is all the starts because you have got beautiful stamps in front of you like I do. Here you have the one-day special. I don't know about you, but automatically I'm thinking, you know, that card for that person that was really difficult. Maybe it's a man, maybe it's somebody, maybe a neighbor that you don't know very well, but you need to make a card and you need to have some decorations in there with those beautiful kind of masculine touches, but not, you know, maybe this is going to be perfect if you are into memory albums, memory books. This is perfect because maybe you don't want to have to go into pattern papers, but you want to have every page that can relate to each other. Those trips, those wish places that you wish you have gone to or you have been to, this is perfect. The travel, vintage travel. Now, I believe one of the individuals has now sold out twice. No, sorry. The second. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I kind of I got getting confused with the. Now this is the second installment. Yeah, you are right. It's when I'm excited that I get confused very quickly. This is the second installment of course, the beautiful large big backgrounds, and of course the first one did sell out twice, and then of course you have got here the brand new in as well, and you can see there the beautiful timepieces. I call them timepieces. I cannot go wrong like that. But you have, of course, the astrological sign in there. Think about, again, glossy accents, spot coloring. And remember that you can fussy cut them if you want to fussy cut elements. But I'm going to show you up close this sample because I adore it because it's very, very elegantly done. As always Phill does, but you can see how great those backgrounds are to add the detail in the background, and look how fine those lines, how tiny those numbers are. That's what you want, detail and great design that you can use time and time again. And look at those ones. That one, of course, is for the timepieces in there, and those circles kind of make perfect embellishments for your cards as well. 210766 is your item number for the one-day special. And of course, you have got a £10 saving. also you have there a flexi-buy option, which means that you can spread the cost and then just pay half of it today or one-off payment. It's up to you. The saving is there, whether you split the cost or not. £79.94 is your one-off payment, and of course half of that would be the first payment today if you wanted to. Next, we have got the charming dies. Now, these ones are absolutely stunning. I love these dies, and I'll tell you why, because I remember the first installment from Phill. I was like, oh my goodness, they are really fine detail. Now, you can get them individually now if you wish to do so, but they also come with their own magnetic sheet in there. So ready straight out of the package, you have your storage sorted, easy to reach, easy to find, all that layering. But it's the scallops, the fineness of those lines that give that Phill Martin touch of elegance, attention to detail, and quality. And look at that stage. Now that, unlike other stage dies, it's not a cutting line, it's a deboss line, which is a much more expensive and hence much more classy design effect in there that you are getting. But of course, you can choose, pick and choose whichever of these ones you want to. So if you want to go for I think the details on the screen are, then you have to select whichever option you want to. So any of them will be dispatched from the 18th of August. It's from the Labels 2 collection. £19.99 is the price for whichever option you want to go. I love the star. I never seen a star as beautiful with those scallop details there. 708041 is your item number. I love the nesting as well, like the scallop on the outside, the cleaner line inside it. So many options as well. Now, of course, we have got the sentiments if you want to use them. Now, of course, it is the trio frame sentiments, a set of 5 A5 stamp sets, inspired, occasional, family, letters, and you, of course, you have got, I think it's numbers in there as well. Now, this bundle, you will get 125 stamps in, 75 stamps, 175 stamps in total. I mean, if you are collecting stamps, you are into a winner with this one. But also, of course, it means that because you have got the letters and the numbers, you can personalize every project you make. Personalizing, for instance, if you have Harper and Isabella, you can spell that. And you can say, well, Harper is a 4 and Isabella is, of course, 6. So you can do things like that. And of course, you have a £20 saving, a fabulous saving, and also a flexi-buy option. So it means as a Freedom member, you would be paying just £26.23. Now, if you are not a Freedom member, of course, you still will get that price. It's just that you pay the first installment P&P. 681329 is your item number. Remember to check out your basket, especially the one-day special, because once they're gone, they're gone. Right, back to you.
You're never going to see a £20 saving on those stamps again.
Oh, I know, right?
Right, so let's carry on with this card because I've just clocked the time and I've still got about 40 minutes worth of work to do.
You were in the office the day that price
No,
was agreed.
obviously not. Right, so what we've got here is we've got these two bare parts at the top here, and I want to just emboss those. So I'm just going to take one of the embossing folders. I'll just go for this one because it's at the top. So these are the ones that you're getting the set of 5. I'm using the classic flourish here. And remember, you've probably seen me do this a few times, but because you've got that little slot at the top, whoop, I can go in and just emboss the top part of that. I do need to do one at a time, so I'm just going to run that through. So the embossing folders are now getting low in stock. So these are the first ones that I brought to you ages ago. I say ages, I honestly don't know when it was. I think it was last year, can't remember.
There you have the 5 embossing folders, 8x8, and £19.98 is the first payment. Of course, you're saving £5 there as well. So you have got the classic flourish, the beaded swags, the stripped elegance, the heart lattes, and of course the double diamonds.
Do you know what? I was just going to say how impressed I was that you remembered that, but they're on the packaging.
I wish.
I'm like, wow.
I wish.
Somebody's done a prep and then it's all on the packet.
Oh, I was yes, I impressed Phill, and then it's just like, and of course, I love the way that you are just using it with that opening. So each of them have that. Also, They are rather large.
They are, they're 8 by 8s, 20 by 20 centimetres these are. And I do that because, you know, I like large cars, but like you've just pointed out, I'm using a tiny, tiny section of this just for the top part of this card. So you can obviously do your die cutting and then emboss them. But these are my go-tos, and that £5 saving just makes it even better. So these are the ones that I go to time and time and time again. And anybody that follows me on social media will see that these are on just about every card.
I love them. I love them because there is so many possibilities as well. And having 8 by 8 means that there is so many. You know, when you have a tag and then you want to emboss it, and then you have to be like, oh, but it doesn't fit this way, or it doesn't kind of, or the design kind of, oh, it just, this gives you the possibility, especially when you are talking about the strip elegance, to put it whichever way you want to put it, right? If you want more, and if it was smaller, you wouldn't have those options. Right, you have got, as Phill was mentioning, a £5 saving, also flexible, which means that you can spread the cost in interest-free payments. 171670 is your item number for all 5 of them. Back to you,
so that's how they look now. Now we've got that lovely little bit of embossed detail at the top. There we go. I'm going to cover the gap, obviously, in a second. But before we move that, I'm just going to do a couple of embellishments to go with this. I've already done a couple, look. But I'm just going to do one and show you how it is. So I've now gone from the numbers, the numbers and letters, and we're going to go to the clock just to create a little embellishment. So within this set of stamps that you can't see because it's on the, there you go. So can you see within this, you've got some that are hanging off the page, you've got some that are solid. So at just about every one of these clocks in here, you can die cut to create a little topper or an embellishment. So I'm just going to choose one and just show you how easy it is. So I'm leaving it on the packet this time. I don't need the whole thing. I just literally need the clock.
That's also because of the quality, the thickness of the stamps themselves.
Well, these are 4mm, yeah. So these are the, well, it's the best photopolymer you can get. You might know that with me.
Yeah, but this is important if you want to do without an acrylic block.
Absolutely. So even if you haven't got the large acrylic block, you can still use these. You saw me when I did the first 3 big background stamps. I used them more on the acetate than I did with the block, mainly because I didn't have the block then. I was waiting for them to come. But now you've just got so many choices. So I've just stamped one little clock, and I'm going to do the same thing again, and I'm just going to do a little bit of copper. You do what you're doing while I'm messing.
Oh yes, well I'm going to show the acrylic block, which is like, there is nothing. It's just like, almost like this, absolutely nothing. You can see, well, a little bit more. If I put it like this, you can see, I'm just about to see it. Of course, it is the acrylic block, the brand new A5. I like as well with that, you know what, it's funny things like the engraved element that kind of gives me, I can see this on a table, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see it there. Right, also I love the fact that it will match perfectly the stamps, the brand new stamps, but also that you can use it for other smaller stamps if you wanted to. Now, if you want to go for the brand new acrylic block, of course it's a slimline, so it means that it's easier to kind of stamp the larger stamps. You can put more pressure in the middle as well. 688941 is your item number. Brand new today, $9.99 is your price.
Okay, so I told you this was a card in many parts, but hopefully you're learning as we're going along. So the grey board, this is the grey board that you can only get in the compendium box kit, yeah? So within the compendium, you've got 2 different sheets of grey board. You've got these flourishes, which is what I've got here, and you've got a sheet of butterflies. So all I've done, I've saved one to finish off and show you. So this is actually what it's going to look like when it's finished. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is just painted with the indigo blue Gesso Good white.
Oh, Gesso
now,
Good.
Anybody that knows me or watches my Facebook Lives on a Saturday morning will know that I absolutely love this gesso. And I've used loads of different brands, and that by far, by a country mile, it's the best one I've ever used. So we're just going to add some little, I'm going straight on with the rusty hinge look, and I'm going to get my fingers dirty, which I know you'll find remarkable. I know.
Phill, you
That's
have
twice
changed.
This year. Twice this year.
Yeah, twice.
I've got my fingers dirty. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Is it because of your...
Said I'm having a midlife. It's true.
Marcus in the air, he has got.
So you see how easy that is. I love grey board and the versatility that you get with grey board, because you can just do so many different things with it. So I've now just added some little highlights of the rusty hinge, and I'm going to go back to the copper again, I love creating embellishments, so you know when you can do your own to match whatever you're doing. And I'm just going to pick up some bits where the rusty hinge is because it's still wet. I'm not doing a lot, just a bit.
Yeah.
And then I'll do all the embossing in one go. And then we are good to go. I've still got quite a bit to do.
Oh,
which I know
yes.
you're going to love in my ear.
Well, we have got still like 27 minutes left. 27? No, actually, no, 17. Oof.
Right, so I'm just going to crack on with this. So I'll just heat this up. I don't actually need this one. It was just to show you how easy it is to create embellishments from the stamp. So we could quite easily have done that with the numbers as well.
Yeah. By the way, the compendium of those beautiful scrolls, they are included in the Papillon Paradise box. Of course, it's 201 elements in there. You have got 2 flexi-buy options of £45 with a saving of £30. Now, there are stamps, stencils, paper, limited edition papers, of course, even limited edition. I believe some of those.
They're all limited edition.
Everything
so
in there.
Everything that you're being shown on the screen there, you can only get within the compendium box, and that's the best price you will ever see it. That's like that's a massive saving.
£35.
And we're down to the last bits of stock, which is why I'm
and it
letting
comes
go.
in a very posh box, which just for the posh box, it's just like really nice. 321019. It makes a lovely present as well.
It does make a fabulous present. Right,
Just
so I'm just going to heat this again. I'm just going from above just to melt the powder, and then we'll start. We're going to flick some paint.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Look at that.
I can't tell you about the noises in my ear, but they're in shock.
Somebody's getting very
So
excited.
let me just show you that clock, because I love the fact, well, let me show you this first.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you can do this. So from the same set of stamps, we've created a background,
Yeah.
we've created the actual main focal point of the card, and we've created embellishments just from the same set of stamps. If ever there was a set of stamps I would tell you need, this is it, yeah. So we've now got the little embellishments going on, and we're now going to flick, 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 which means the kitchen roll is coming out because I get it everywhere. And it's all up my arm, it's all up my pyjamas, and it's all up the computer screen.
Because you are going to
get...
get...
I try my best not to, but you know what it's like as soon as you start flicking. So, I'm not sure whether these are on the show or not, but you've seen that I use my brown mat all the time.
Yes.
And I have my blending mat, so I've now put them together as a bundle of 4, so you get the 2 different sizes. You get the 2 different sizes of the heat-resistant one, which is the one that I absolutely swear by. And then you get 2 different sizes of the blending mat. So this is the one that I like to have at the side to use for my palette. And I'm using, and I'm going to say it again, these are the best paints that I've ever used. I just absolutely love the colours and the vibrancy and the quality of these. So this is obviously K&L Fizz Dragonfire. If you go on the brand shop, you'll see they've got loads and loads. And these paints are so concentrated.
And of course, if you want to go for the craft mats, we have got them on the show. It comes in with the A4, and A3. They are non-slip, non-stick, heat resistant, and also you are getting 2 blending mats there. You can see there the different sizes, 9x9 and 30x40. All these bundles of 4 in total, 2 non-slip, non-heat resistant, and of course the other ones for £31.96.
It confuses everybody because I did which is just typical me. We did the heat-resistant ones, A3, A4, and then the blending mats are 30x40 and 9x9 inch.
Yes.
Just to be special.
I mean, it's like the names that of some stamps. Oh, Phill. Oh, Phill.
You know it's me. Right, so I've got a little bit of this paint. Now, this is one of K&L Fizz metallic paints. I've got a little bit here. I've got my little splatter brush. And I love this. This is a darker orange or a deeper orange than the rusty hinge, so you know it's going to stand out a little bit. And I'm just going to flick it over there. So I'm just going to add some water to that. You can see on the 2 big cards I've made, I've had loads of fun with splatting and what have you. And I mean, look, can you see? I don't know if I wiggle that. Can you see the mica in that? I wiggle that.
Oh yes, we can see that. Yeah.
It's absolutely packed with mica. Right, here we go. So I'm just doing some little splats. La, 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 la.
I never thought that I would see you do a splat.
I've told you, you don't expect me to get my fingers dirty, which I don't normally, But if it's pretty, if the end result is pretty, I absolutely love it.
Well, it's worth it.
I'm doing this at this stage. It's details, it's interest, and it's just easy to do. So I'm doing this at this stage so I can give it a second while I do the sentiment to just soak in a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is take the excess off. So what happens, this is why I love these paints, the quality is good enough that I know that I can just leave it for a second and I can take the excess off and it will still leave me with a beautiful pearly finish. Right, so let's get the sentiment done.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm tidying as I go.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to show the larger one that Phill was using as well, that was referring to. You can see the splats in here as well.
It's covered in them.
It's covered in them. But also, you can see in here the different elements from the background stamps as well, hidden and creating those elements in there.
Absolutely,
gorgeous.
Yeah. So you've got, if you see on the side, you can see where I've used the postmarks.
Yeah.
So the postmark little embellishments are from the vintage travel stamp.
Okay, yeah.
And the background is, show me the top. That's the same. So the background is actually the vintage travel as well.
Oh, gorgeous.
So it just shows you how much you can do with them.
It does. And
Right,
I
so
love the embellishments out of them, yeah.
I love the fact that you can do that, though.
Yeah.
It's just good to have choices. So we're going to do the sentiment now, and I'm using the ticket tape tastic. And I'm going to stamp it and emboss. I'm going to stamp it again with the rusty hinge. And I'll do, how much space have I got there? So we'll have happy birthday, enjoy. So we'll have happy birthday and enjoy. And I'm going to cut these out. Now these are now discontinued. So if you missed out on the ticket tape tastic the first 2 or 3 times that they sold out, I've now brought on the show the last bits that we've got left in a bundle with a saving.
Yeah.
So this is the time to do it.
They are here, you can see them, the ticket tape tastic. Yes, I said it once.
Ticket tape tastic.
Of course, you are getting the essentials, adorations, acclamations, and the numbers. Now, of course, you have got the £6 saving, and again, you have got a flexi-buy option, which makes it so much easier to spread the cost. So today, you could be paying just over £24. But of course, if you want one-off payment, by all means, you can. 077973 is your item number. Back to you, Phill.
Right, how much time have I got left?
You have got about 9 minutes.
Right. I was going to do copper on that, but I don't think we've got time, so I won't.
You are such a neat crafter.
It'll take me 10 minutes to put it together, you know that.
Well, you know. Well, there is
so that
1 hour,
is your
hour a
ticket
day.
tape tastic, look.
Yeah, look at that.
So obviously I would have put some copper embossing powder on there.
Yeah.
And just mop that again because I can see it's still a little bit wet and I don't want it smudging. And then we'll start the assembly. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So I am going to leave a little white edge on this, just because we can, and it will stand out on the orange from. Oh, it's still wet, look. I hate rushing my cards. Can you imagine how long it took me to do those big ones?
Oh.
Good few hours working there.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, but they are absolutely works of art, and this is the sort of thing that I think I would put a picture, a vintage picture. For instance, my grandmother has like a beautiful of her wedding day. Just put it in there, frame it, and have it displayed. Because I think the amount of detail that you are getting, maybe you have got vintage pictures of the travels from the time gone by, from other eras as well, work very well. But look at that! I love how I saw this sample in here because it showcases the colors that suddenly this is vibrant, this is young, this is beautiful, this is kind of. But it's the ability to mix and match. There's this sample I haven't shown either. The simplicity and elegance of that ledger. Remember, you can die cut any of the images or parts of the stamps as well, and use the lines from the ledger, the beautiful pages in here, the line pages, to help you to position things straight as well, because sometimes we have got a little bit of difficulty in that. But there you have it, another one with the cogs in here at the bottom. refer with other elements that you may have as well in the kit. And finally, you have in there as well those numbers in here, those numbers that kind of give you the elements in here. Right, so you can see in there, look at this glitter in there, gorgeous elements in there, gorgeous, the bumblebee, you have got the words in there, definitely fun. I love that. And the journey in here, and you can, of course, you can have all those elements. I like that how you can highlight, oh, this is the one, the highlighting the numbers by just punching out 1 and 8, and then you personalize that. Remember, the one day special has a £10 saving and also a flexi buy option, so you can spread the cost as well. Now, we are over 20% of the stock. This is the first live hour. There is 4 more live hours. Remember to check out your baskets, because once they are gone, they are gone. So there is nothing worse than to miss out in something that you really want. So to avoid that disappointment, it is only one way, to check out the baskets. But, right, how are you up to?
So I'm just now separating the gap from the embossed area with a little bit of scrap card. So this is just from my matting and layering. I save all these bits now because they get used so much.
Yeah. Ooh.
It will stick.
I love that sassy look. I mean, for one moment I thought, oh, am I in trouble? It's the glue that is in trouble,
when
isn't it?
would you ever be in trouble?
Oh.
Right, so I'm speed crafting now, so apologies everybody. I want to try and get this done before the end of the hour so you can see what it all looks like. So in the compendium box, you've also got the exclusive border die. So you've got the border die in there as well. So I'm just going to pop that on just to break up the background, and then we'll snip off the excess. So this now just separates the 3 panels just by having that there. Just hold that there. I might get this finished, which would be a small miracle. But we have done a lot.
Oh, you have. You have got a lot of elements in.
So now we'll start putting this card together. So open it out. I'm going to put the little side panels in first, because these are just plain new rust cardstock. There we go. Just put them in there. This actually as well folds down into an 8x8 envelope, which people that know me know that I never think about things like that. It's only a pure fluke that it does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just pop that in there, and it stands quite nicely as well. It's nice to have a different shape sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Panels can go in. I've already created my flowers, which you'll be pleased about.
Oh, look at that. Yes, that's good thinking. That's good thinking. Yeah.
I knew you'd be happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time. I mean, we could work. Like, there is something really relaxing watching somebody else crafting, and sometimes I get into that zone, like watching and this, forgetting that I have to have a job to do. But sometimes time goes away.
Time is of the essence. Yeah. So let's just get this all layered up.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure you said 45 minutes on show in my ear just then.
Yes, they did.
I think it was probably more like 5.
Oh, look at that. You see, it's funny because as soon as you have added that strip down the middle, the stamp looks a little bit different now.
Yeah, it does. And change the colours, it looks different again. I'm leaving this one plain white. So these are the the charmed octagons, which work really, really nicely on this card. And then I've got another charmed octagon, which I'm going to do flat. It would normally be on foam tape, but I know we're not going to have time. So let's just pop that on there. So this now is going to break up the detail from the stamp. And I'll do this one flat as well.
Perfect. And of course, these ones were the original, weren't they?
No, these are the new ones.
This is the new.
You should have the octagons here.
Yes, we'll have.
You should have the. You should.
Yeah, we have got the octagon. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's one of the new ones.
Was it a hexagon in the original ones?
No, I've not done a hexagon.
Oh.
I always do octagons, never hexagons.
Yes, of course, because you like the 4-pointed flowers. You like the 4-pointed flowers.
I'm a bit fussy, just in case you didn't know. So let's make sure I've got the numbers the right way up, and we'll put some foam tape in the middle, and then we'll get this card put together. Speed crafting. Now, if you think normally this would take me about 2 hours to do, I think that's quite remarkable that I've even nearly finished it. Oh, I love this colour Love this colour. And then we'll put the sentiments on foam tape because the ticket tape tastic is wide enough for the foam tape. And then I'm just going to pop my flowers on, which might take me 10 minutes. So happy birthday.
Phill.
Yeah.
You know that it was your birthday.
Oh.
From all of us here at the craft store.
Oh,
you know,
darling, that's lovely. Thank you.
we have got a little something for you. Two little somethings.
Thank you very much.
And
Oh, that's lovely.
Just
Thank
to say,
you.
of course, there is, of course, to say, very, very happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we really love you, and we appreciate you, everything that you do. And it's great that you are here in your birthday week.
That's lovely, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Bless you. Suppose I'll be sharing that with you later.
Oh, I wish. All right, of course. Well, we have got about 3 minutes left, but you know, it's about.
Yeah, shall I just send this to myself?
Enjoy.
So let's just get this card finished. So we're going to have one going up there. I'm going to have one coming down the other direction, and then I'll just pop my flowers on. So if you want to do anything while I'm just faffing with flowers.
I want to do something, but I have to give a reminder of the one-day day special. Over a quarter of the stock has already gone. Now, these are fabulous brand new stamps. This is the second release of those big backgrounds. Now, the first one sold out twice. Now, if you want to grab the latest from Phill, this is it. You have got a £10 saving and, of course, a FlexiBuy option. They are A5 stamp sets that give you the perfect detail for those backgrounds and the, the foregrounds. They give you an idea of adding those layers as well. They give you the perfect pages for your art journals, the perfect for mixed media. They give you the detail. If you want to create cards for men, these are perfect. Love the way that you have got that distress, the elegant distress in here, the classy distress. It's a pretty way of adding detail to, I cannot wait to see these ones stamped onto flowers as well, because then you can highlight different elements. A5 stamps, which means that, of course, you are going to have in there plenty to play around. Even if you have got an 8x8 card, you can use them as well. Now, don't be fooled by thinking, oh, rectangles, they will only work with rectangle cards. What about using them as a band on the bottom of your card? Remember to check out your baskets. Once they're gone, they're gone. Over a quarter of the stock has already gone up to this brand new collection. You have done it!
Well, I haven't. Look.
Oh, happy birthday,
It's almost
Phill.
done, but look how different that looks to the blue card.
It's just incredible. I love that.
Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? I love that card so much.
Yeah, it is incredible because that shows that with this collection, versatility, detail and quality, and of course the attention to detail, second to none. Grab yours, check out your baskets, enjoy a collection that will give you so much joy and of course versatility. But stay tuned here at the Crafts.